The fine china.
The fine china. Nothing but the best. These clear plastic cups.
Are these even new? They look used.
I don't know. I found them in my parents' cupboard, so.
Turn that off.
You don't like our intro song?
It's been on too long.
All right. Sounds good. Well, welcome back to Brew Play Watch. This is going to be a fun episode. We are coming at you live from another location.
Have you smelled these?
No, I haven't smelled them. They're plastic cups.
They smell old.
How does a plastic cup smell old?
It smells musty.
It's not musty. It
Thank
smells
you.
like plastic.
Well,
If you put your beer in it, it won't smell like that anymore.
if you insist.
Isn't this how professional beer drinkers drink beer? In musty plastic cups. I only picked these up because they were clear.
And free.
Well, that too. And I didn't feel like running back home to get our actual taster cups. So, again, welcome back to Brew Play Watch. We are just kind of hanging out tonight. We're just going to...
Here with a beer.
Yeah, I found this mix pack of Schell's Brewing out of Minnesota. And some of the beers in it caught my eye. So I thought we would just take a look at it. Maybe we'll take a look at their website at some point and do a deep dive on it.
I get skeptical of cream ales.
Yeah, so the first up is Schell's Cream Ale. I figured it was probably the best to start with, since it'd be the lightest. It's got a little bit of haze to it, honestly.
Yeah, tad. Little tad.
And it might be chill haze, but I'm not entirely convinced. Doesn't have a whole lot of smell to it, honestly.
Like a really light vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Carbonated vanilla.
Carbonated vanilla. Okay, I can see that. A little bit. I don't know, a little bit of yeast there.
Like
sure.
a hint of like if you had an empty bag of marshmallows and stuck your face in it and just took a big old whiff.
You know, I would agree with that.
Yep.
Honestly. It's not a bad smell for sure. Okay. It's very light.
It's like stale water. Is there supposed to be creaminess in there?
I don't know if it's supposed to be like creamy, like lactose sugar creamy, but let's see. Their website says, our cream ale is a lighter bodied with a subtle creaminess, leaving you with a smooth finish and that of many of our other beers. Every sip is mild and refreshing, yet full of flavor, just the way a cream ale should be. I'm going to turn my volume down because my phone went off in the middle of that. 4.7% and 20 IBUs. So, not a bad beer for sure.
Something about this is just very off-putting to me.
Okay. Can you maybe go a little deeper?
I don't know. It's just unpleasant.
Unpleasant? I don't know. I kind of like this beer, honestly.
There's nothing really to it. It's just kind of slightly bitter, but nothing. That's all I get from it. I get no creaminess at all.
So,
it's not even like light and refreshing. It's just like
kind of like at the back of my mouth, I get a little bit of like that same aftertaste that you would get with like an actual cream soda. I get a little bit of that.
Yeah, it's just like bitter, slightly like angry water.
See, I don't find it bitter at all.
That's all I get from it is like a slight bitterness.
I don't know. I could sit down and drink a couple of these.
Really?
Like,
I don't even know if I can finish this one.
It's not going to be my go-to, but it's not. I don't know. I'd recommend it. You probably
not a fan.
You would not recommend, huh?
I mean, you can try whatever you want. I'm all for that, but
that kind of defeats the purpose.
not a fan. I do not like this. This is not pleasant.
Okay.
This is not nice.
Oh man. Well, like I said, this is kind of going to be off the cuff today. Just kind of talk about whatever we want to talk about. So, you don't have to drink it.
Try it in this cup.
Okay. I'll try it.
Does that taste the same?
It tastes like the exact same beer that I'm drinking.
I was hoping I just got a bad can or something.
No, it tastes the same.
I've had other cream ales, like Lexington Brewing makes a cream ale. Mm-hmm. I wasn't a big fan of that one either, but it was at least like creamy.
That's fair.
But that's all it tasted like, was like if you just had like whipped cream without the whipped. It was just cream.
Well, there you have it.
Don't whip your cream.
Don't whip your cream and then put it in your ale.
But I didn't like that beer, and it was years ahead of this.
Oh, wow. Wow. Not a great start to Schell's Brewing for you then, huh?
I do not like this at all. This might be the least favorite beer I've ever had on the podcast so far.
Oh, that's... Oh, you did like the... Oh, what was that awful one we had that tastes like peanut butter and jelly and cigarettes?
Oh, yeah, that one was bad, but it at least had like defining flavors to it.
That's true. You drank all of ours. I went back and listened to that podcast.
This is the LaCroix of beers. It really is. It completely lies about what it actually is, and it's just like, it's like a hint of cream, and then it's just like, I hate you. Why are you drinking me? Stop it.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like it. Oh, wow.
It's not like a hoppy bitterness. It's just like an off-putting, like half carbonated weirdness to it. It's like you ever got like a really watered down soda? Mm-hmm. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay.
Like you just went into like the nasty pizza shop and you got like a Coke, and it was almost clear. And you were just like, this is not what I wanted. And you sat there and you tried to drink your angry water while enjoying some like horrible pizza.
Where do you go to get your pizza?
Nowhere. I make my pizza myself now. Because they kept giving me the shitty Coke.
There you have it. Oh. Oh, man. Well, that's, like I said, not a great start to Schell's Brewing. I honestly, I don't think I've had anything from these guys before.
I haven't.
No. So they're new to us. I got it from my favorite beer store, as usual. So they usually change out what beer is in stock pretty regularly, and so I like to go in and see what they have that's new. And this was the one that caught my eye. So,
well, it has to be doing something right because I'm still drinking the thing, which is upsetting to me.
Yeah, you are still drinking it, like just as fast as I am.
Yeah,
and I like it. I don't know, man.
I don't.
Oh, man. So, what have you been up to lately?
So going back to pizzas, I actually did start making white pizzas.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, white pizza is so easy to make, and it's so good.
Yeah?
You ever made white pizza?
I've never made a white pizza.
So you just make, like, it's not a sauce that you put on it.
Mm-hmm.
You just, like, take oil, and you throw, like, oregano and some other, whatever other spices you want, usually a lot of, like, garlic.
Yeah.
And then I make them, like an open-faced grilled cheese, and I just take a piece of bread, butter the backside, throw it down, and then you put the oil spread on, throw a bunch of cheese on there.
Oh, yeah? Pretty tasty.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
That sounds good.
Super easy to make.
I like making pizza at home with that pizza stone. Or I guess I have a pizza steel now.
Yeah.
But, man, homemade pizzas is just like another level, though, if you know what you're doing.
And whenever you like go like the easy method to like make it on bread, it's so easy to make.
Right.
You can bang them out in like a minute.
And it's like, that's lunch, you know? That
was my lunch today.
Oh, yeah?
White pizza.
White pizza.
White pizza breads.
Like, is it extra white because you put it on white bread? Like, is that like...
Oh, yeah.
Does it make it like, Caucasian? Like, this is the most redneck white pizza ever.
Absolutely.
There you have it.
What'd you have for lunch?
Oh, I had Jersey Mike's for lunch today, which is the chain. They have this club sub, which I always go back to. It's like, well, basically a club sandwich, but on a sub. And I don't know, man. It must be their fresh bread or something. It keeps calling me back.
Oh, yeah?
So good, so good. And of course, like, you can get the normal size, but you're going to want the giant one.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did today amidst all the other nonsense with, work.
Yeah, if you get normal size, you can go back to your normal size country. That's how I feel about it.
I mean, yeah, sure. Oh, man.
I still don't like this.
I was going to say, do you want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right. Let's
Just throw that over there.
throw that over there. Here you go. Here's that one. In case you want to wipe her off. So
Yeah.
when I bought these...
Oh, an amber lager.
Yeah, when I bought
We
these...
haven't done many of those on the show.
That's a good point.
No.
We haven't.
I guess it's just a very, I don't know, it's a mainstream style. Mm-hmm. If there's a lot of amber lagers out there that a lot of people have had. So.
That's true. Like, I can think of Yingling,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Great beer, though.
Oh, I love Yingling.
It's a good beer.
Love Yingling. That was the first beer I ever had. Oh. This one is called Fire Brick from Schell's Brewing. And it, looking at the color as it comes out the can, I don't know if I'd call that amber.
No, I was thinking Fire Brick's a good name for a red ale.
Yeah. I mean, honestly. Well,
If it was a very, very clear red ale.
it is. And you know what?
Hey, if it tastes like a red ale, I'm game.
It definitely has the color of Yingling, for sure.
I would say maybe a hair darker.
Oh, you know what? I'll agree with that.
Yeah, just a little bit darker.
A beautiful head on it. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh. Look at that.
It pours like a Yingling off tap.
It does. It does. Here, do you want to... Here's the description if you want to take a look at it.
You got it on the computer.
I do.
So it is Schell's, right? It's not like Schnell's.
Oh, I don't know. I've been pronouncing it Schell's.
Schell's. Has a weird German spelling to it.
Yeah.
But Schell's Fire Brick, a refreshing Vienna-style amber lager, is named after the bricks that line the old boilers. It has a hint of hops combined with a subtle maltiness that creates a mild, pleasant, drinkable beer.
Oh. Yeah, get into that one.
Good?
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's just compared to the last beer, but I like it.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot better.
Oh, yeah. That's like a maltier Yingling.
Mm-hmm.
Is how I'd describe that.
just a tad bitter too. Like a little, like compared to a Yingling, like a tad more.
Yeah, there's just a lot more flavor there, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's so much going on, which is good. But you know, us being from Pennsylvania, we don't think as Yingling as a craft beer, but you know, a lot of people do.
Yeah, the farther inland you go, I suppose.
Yeah. One of our favorite podcasts, the Beerists, actually did a Yingling episode, and I did appreciate them saying, you know, this is kind of like an introduction to craft beer. This isn't like
I would agree with that.
You know what I mean? You know, I love Yingling to death, but this is probably a step up in my opinion.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know though. A Yingling on draft is still really good.
Oh yeah, especially since it's what
I'd have to try this on draft.
Oh yeah,
right next to the Yingling.
Especially since you know you go to some of the bars and like it's $2.50 for a draft of Yingling.
Yeah.
You know, it's like okay, that's hard to pass up. You know, but that's the other thing is like you know just a few years ago you weren't able to get craft beer on tap, and it seems like a lot of places around here are picking it up. You know.
Yeah, I agree. There are some places where it's only like one or two like mainstream beers and the rest are crafts.
Absolutely.
Well, okay, it's usually the same like 3 craft beers.
Right.
It's usually 90-minute Dogfish.
60 minutes.
60,
yeah.
Okay. And then it's usually all Dogfish Head.
Well, the one's usually Dogfish Head. I've seen Two Hearted a lot.
Yeah, Two Hearted's around a lot.
I do like Two Hearted. What else have I seen?
It's usually
it's the bigger names.
If it's really close, it's usually like you can sometimes find like a lot of North Country.
That's true.
Yeah,
and I do love North Country stuff.
I won't be surprised when we start seeing a lot of like Big Rail stuff pop up.
I agree.
And
Big
they
Rail.
deserve it.
Oh, absolutely. They make great beer. Their Wrought Iron Red is a good one for sure. We should review some of their stuff.
Yeah, we'll just set up Jay Hicks and just
get Jay Otts.
Yeah.
You know Jim would want to be on the podcast.
I mean, I'm not going to stop him.
I'm not going to stop him either. It'd be hilarious. I've got a recording of him at my last show there, which was like his first live music since the COVID, and he introduced me as Ed Sheeran and not Jack Lindy. But and that's the other thing at work today. There was this guy, and normally we have one security guard, but they were in the middle of a shift change, and so there were 2 in the lobby. And this guy came down from upstairs. It's like, hey, can you let me in the supply room? I said, yeah. And he goes, wow, doubled security today. And I said, yeah, man, they heard you were coming. And like, he looked at me and then looked at this other guy and he goes, did I just get goofed by Ed Sheeran? I was like, yeah, you did. Bet you didn't expect that on your Friday. He's like, oh, no, I didn't. But yeah, that's the most interesting thing that happened at work this week. Not true, but probably the most interesting thing that I'm willing to share. Oh man. But no, going back to this beer, I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, it's good. I could on a fall night drink a couple of these.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Start with maybe like 3 of these, then maybe have like 3 red ales, and then a stout.
I need to brew a red ale.
Yep.
That needs to be the next beer I brew. Mm-hmm. Is a good red ale.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll have to find a good recipe.
Are you going hoppy or malty?
Oh, definitely malty.
Yeah.
This time of year, we're going malty.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and And I can't make anything hoppy to save my life. Apparently, I made a pale ale.
I watched you put so many hops in that, and I looked in fear because I was like, "That's a lot of hops."
And it didn't even taste like hops.
No, it's so good.
I still have a lot of that beer on tap, actually.
And it's only getting better as it ages.
Oh, truly. And I haven't had any off of that keg for a minute.
The last time I had it, it picked up so much of like the fruity characters and stuff.
Really?
Oh, it was
interesting.
good.
I'll have to try it. I know I've got just a little bit of blueberry left. I make a blueberry cream ale, which is one of the few cream ales that you actually like.
Yeah, it's the bomb.
It's pretty good. But yeah, no, I think a red ale needs to happen next.
Yep. Red ale, then a stout.
I think I've got 100%.
We're getting close to stout season.
It's getting really close to stout season. Mm-hmm. I haven't made the last stout I made was well, it had a couple names, but the most PG name it had was Screw Valentine's Day Chocolate Cherry Stout. And I was very disappointed with it. It had that cough syrup almost flavor to
like
it.
Heavy.
Yeah, and
I just think of it as like heavy stout.
Yeah,
aftertaste.
I was not a fan. I think it was the cherry in it that did it, because as a kid,
right? Cherry can bring back that memory of
absolutely taking that awful medicine.
Yep.
I think if I do it again this year, which I probably will, I'll probably add raspberry instead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep with the chocolate?
Probably.
I feel like you'd add like a lot of like caramel in there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was some like caramel 60 or caramel 80 in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. I think I had caramel 120 and caramel 60 in this one that I made, which was fine, but the cherry flavor was just too overpowering. So we might revisit that. I think I'm gonna try a little bit of caramel. I don't know. I keep going back and forth on whether I want caramel 60, like extra caramel 60 or less of it. Do caramel 60, caramel 40.
Yeah, go lighter or darker.
Yeah, hard to know.
I would go darker.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Caramel malts are so much fun to play with, and I didn't even know until like I had gotten into some of the flavors of home brewing, just looking at different people's recipe, and I never knew that using too much caramel malt was a sin, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't really.
But it tastes so good.
It tastes so good, right?
Use it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love brewing. I haven't brewed for a minute.
That's been like well over, because that was before we went on vacation.
Before we went to vacation there in August, and we went the second week in August.
Yeah, and that was what, like 2 weeks before we even went on, because the beer had to ferment. And
that's a good point, because I had a show the Saturday before, and I knew I didn't brew.
Yeah, I think it was the weekend before, or if not the weekend before that.
It was still July.
You're looking July.
Holy cow. Man, that's been a minute.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh. Well, yeah. It sounds like you and I need to sit down and have a day of brewing.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll try and record something for that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be cool. I don't know how that would look, but I'm sure we'll figure something out for sure.
Yeah.
Because that would be, that's quite a few hours of
and I'm sure you need to get more hops too, so.
Actually, I think I have hops. I think I ordered enough hops. I had quite a few left over, and then I know I ordered some. We were going to grow some this year, but it just never took off.
Oh, really? Those hops didn't do good?
No, I went and looked the other day with Kyle and Jared. So, okay. Here's You know, you ever get yourself into a situation where you say something before you know your audience?
No, never.
Yeah, okay. Well, so we had a family get together, and I had some, extra family there that they're a little more proper than the rest of us, you know.
Oh.
I know. And I had been, it was a Saturday.
I just want to say your parents are like the most proper people I know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They really are.
Oh, really?
Yes. My family's a bunch of degenerates.
My parents they're great. They truly are. We are probably the black sheep of the family, I would imagine. And so imagine a more proper version of them, right?
I don't know how.
Yeah, no, like it's next to sainthood. But I'm at the lake, right? And Kyle pulls around and he's gonna pick me up. He's in the Ranger, and everybody goes, "Well, what are you guys doing?" And he says, "We're going to pick peppers." and I said, not knowing my audience and trying to be funny, because like that's the comedian in me wants to be funny, and I said, "We're going to pick up heifers," and it came out before.
You already do that all the time.
It came out before I could realize. And I was like, well, that happened. Oh, that side of the family probably thinks I'm a degenerate. Which, whatever, I probably am.
I definitely am.
That's why we're best friends. And I remember, like, it got a laugh and a chuckle from a few people, but then it really didn't kill. And we're going down the road, and I said to Kyle, I said, "Did you think my heifer joke was funny?" He goes, "Oh, I thought it was hilarious." I was like, okay.
I thought it was very good.
It's not very often I get a moment like that, but oh, that is a much better beer.
Oh, you're not even joking.
Yeah. So
compared
good.
to the last beer, this is incredible.
Absolutely. I would get a lot of these.
Now I can balance Schell's as a 5 out of 10 instead of a 0 out of 10.
That's true.
Because this is very good.
Schell's, you're coming back.
That one over there that I'm pointing to that nobody can see is very bad.
The cream ale.
The cream ale.
All right, Schell's, you're back. You're back. Oh God, you're gonna do that? Okay.
Oh yeah. Stacking cans.
Stacking cans already. Gonna be that kind of night.
There should be another one on there.
Well, and at that point, should we move on to the next beer?
Yeah. You gonna polish that off?
I'll drink it later. All right. This beer, since it is getting towards that time of year.
What is this?
This is the Fest beer.
I really like the design of the can. It looks cool.
I do too. And I think it's because it's like a...
So would this be like an Oktoberfest?
I'm guessing so.
Since it's a fest beer and it has the stag.
And it's got some orange writing on it, which everybody knows orange means October. Which we're still in September. I don't know. I might release this podcast ahead of the other ones. This one's just been a lot of fun. We've been recording for like a month now, and we've only released one of them.
Going on for a month.
Yeah.
Wow. What a day.
What a day.
Where's my cup at?
It's right in front of you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It's
Look how light
clear.
that is. Is this water?
This is...
I would have never guessed that this one would have been lighter.
This is like fish tank water when you put too much food in there.
Oh, they put
It's
notes
nowhere
on
near
it.
that color.
Okay, still stacking. So this is Fest beer, 5.5%, 22 IBUs. The malts used are 2-row.
This is batch number 3.
Bark Pills, Gold Pills, and Carahel.
That's my favorite one.
And the hops are Liberty hops. I have never brewed with Liberty hops. And if this beer's any good, maybe we should change that.
I prefer Freedom hops.
Is your brewer the same? Mine says Vance something.
Where'd you find that at?
It's at the very bottom. On like
It's a big can.
on the writing at the very
Oh,
bottom.
okay. I don't see it. I still don't see it. Oh, wait.
There you go.
Yeah, Lance.
Yeah.
Good job, Lance.
Lance, it's Vance.
Good job, Vance.
Good job, Vance.
I haven't tried your beer yet.
Do you think it's like Vance refrigeration from The Office?
I hope so.
Oh, look how clear that is. Holy cow.
It looks very heavily carved, though.
It does.
There are a ton of bubbles in there.
Ton of bubbles.
Like, that's like a Diet Coke. I don't smell anything. Like, nothing.
I get a little bit of malt.
I get, like,
Maybe malt and yeast, but not a whole lot at all.
if the AQI was, like, really good that day, like, that's what it smells like when you open a window.
What is AQI?
Air Quality Index.
Oh, okay.
What are you, a caveman?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Ooh,
I don't smell anything in that. Nothing.
take a sip.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
That's very crisp.
I think after the third beer from them, I've discovered the problem. I think it's the water they use for the beer.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just bad water.
Bad water. Y'all need to take some lessons in water chemistry.
No, but I really think it is. I think it's bad water. I think that's what gives the really bad taste into cream ale, because the cream ale is so light and has practically
Nothing
no
to-
flavor.
to
So all I
cover it
taste
up.
is the bad water.
It's interesting.
I think because I can pick up the same
The same-
off-putting
yeah.
bitterness in every single beer.
I'm with you. Yeah, that weird off flavor.
And the hops have definitely changed throughout the beer, so I know it's not that they use just weird hops in the cream ale.
Right.
I think it is the water.
I would agree with that.
Shut up, Nick.
Yeah. He's going to be late as usual.
I think it's the water.
I agree. Oh, here's the thing. It says, "Hello, this is the pilot speaking. We hope you are enjoying your flight of beer. Air temps are now beginning to cool, so buckle up. It's Fest beer season. This brew is toasty, yet subtly sweet and quite delicious." I don't know if I
Okay, but
agree
how
with the
weird is it?
toasty.
I was thinking of starting with something like, "This is your pilot speaking. We're getting messed up tonight." And then this can just has something about a pilot, and I have never seen this can before.
Well, there you have it.
I'll drink to that.
It's because this podcast was meant to happen tonight.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But I can get past the bad water. It tastes like super irony well water is in this.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I would agree. Mm-hmm. You know, almost expect the can to be half orange when you pour it out.
Yeah.
It's that, I don't really get the toastiness, do you?
No. But if this, like, from what I can tell, the flavor profile in this beer is really good. Mm-hmm. And if it really is the water, like I think it is, if they put good water in this, like, you have excellent water when you brew.
Right.
You have a massive advantage because the water you were using is excellent.
Absolutely. It is good water.
If they had your water, this would be a superb beer.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I don't know what it is about the water in my house. It's just
Like your water is almost pH 0.
Oh, I know. I tested it.
Yeah.
To make sure. When I moved in, I bought test strips for pH. And so, like, now I know certain beer styles, you're supposed to be off pH a little bit, like for sours and stuff like that. But I don't know, man.
And like whatever minerals are in your water that have mixed into your well, like they make it just so like flavor neutral. It doesn't impact the beer at all.
Absolutely. It's just, it makes good beer.
Yeah.
And starting off with good water always helps.
Yep. And it's the same thing with whiskey. Like a good like third of your flavor comes with the quality of water you can cut your whiskey with. Yep.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. That's something I still want to try and make sometime. But
I'd love to build a still.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I mean, it's legal for personal consumption.
Is it?
It varies by state, but
Okay.
in Pennsylvania, it's legal for personal consumption.
That's good to know. That's kind of
or fuel. You can.
Yeah.
I think pretty much almost every state you can do it for fuel.
I know there's a limit on how many gallons of homebrew beer that you can make a year.
Oh, really?
But I make them in like 4-gallon batches, so I know I'm not getting anywhere
and the
close.
limit's probably like 100 gallons or something.
Yeah, it's probably something ridiculous, something that like maybe if I was brewing every day I could get to, but I'm brewing like once every 3 months at this rate. I used to brew a lot more often.
Yeah.
But then life gets in the way. For sure. I'm excited about, it's getting towards fall because I love the beers of fall.
Yes.
I do. I mean, I hate pumpkin, and I've seen a lot of pumpkin.
If anybody drinks pumpkin in a beer, then
Yeah.
You're buying it just because it says pumpkin.
100%, and I will loop you in with the people that buy the pumpkin lattes or whatever from
Bango,
Starbucks.
right there. I agree.
They are in it for.
It is cinnamon and vanilla. It is not pumpkin. There is no pumpkin in that. Nobody eats pumpkin.
I love cinnamon, but yeah, no, pumpkin itself is disgusting.
You like pumpkin spice, which is just cinnamon and vanilla. You're not unique. You're not trendy. It's just cinnamon and vanilla.
Just attacking all them girls.
Oh, I will. I'll fight them all at once. Every single one of them.
Every single one of them. Line them up. Oh, man. It was the most annoying part about Starbucks in school. It was like everybody had these stupid pumpkin lattes or whatever.
You want me to throw more shade?
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie sucks.
Yes, 100%.
Terrible. It's awful.
Just the worst.
Because that actually has pumpkin in it, and why? It's terrible. It has this weird, god-awful consistency.
Yep.
It doesn't taste good.
Right.
You only eat it so you can sit there and scrape off some whipped cream and not feel bad for yourself. But guess what? Just eat the whipped cream.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got the consistency like it wants to be cheesecake, but is not cheesecake.
Yeah. I'm going to stick to your mouth.
Yeah, no thank you.
I'm going to be hard to swallow.
Yeah. But this is the time of year when like apple crisps and desserts like that.
Going a different place.
Nope. Oh, this is the time of year when it's the most.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's as good as it gets.
Lost on a straightaway. Oh man, always a good time to.
This is a fine beer.
This is a fine beer. It's a good time to quote those. Those are some inside jokes that, like, all of maybe 5 people in this entire world will get. But it's a lot of fun for sure. I don't have a whole lot else to say about this beer, honestly. It's good.
It is good.
It's crisp. It's refreshing. It's very.
How would you rate the pack so far? Because mine literally goes in the order they're stacked.
I'd have to agree. I'd probably say
Cream Ale, Fire Brick, and then Fest Beer.
I would go Cream Ale, Fest Beer, Fire Brick, if in ascending order. So I really like Fire Brick. It's a good beer. To me, this has more. I don't know. I just prefer the flavor of this. No, that's fair. That's fair. It's
It has everything I like in it. It has the 2-row. Mm-hmm. It has the gold pills.
It has the 2-row.
Yeah. Big fan of the 2-row.
You remember when we just sat in my kitchen and we just ate all the grain that I bought? We just tried it all. It was really interesting, though, to try and figure out flavors for sure. But I remember I gave my uncle some chocolate malt. And he's like, that tastes like burnt toast. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, I hate burnt toast.
And that's what makes stouts.
That's what I had to tell him. I was like, yeah, all those stouts you like, it usually has this in it, you know? I mean, not all the time, but a lot of the time.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, man. Stouts are the best.
And for anyone who hasn't brewed beer or doesn't know about the malts that go into beer, 2-row is in like pretty much every lighter colored beer you will ever drink.
Oh, absolutely.
I shouldn't say every, like a large percentage of
right.
them.
It's a
very light, crisp malt.
A lot of the beers you'll drink will have 2-row in it.
In some percentage, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's a base malt. So, that's where a lot of the sugars come from to convert to alcohol, Some beers just use only 2-row,
Oh, yeah.
Or a form of it, like Pilsners mainly use Pilsner malt, which, I mean...
is a derivative of 2-row.
2-row, exactly. So, and I'm sure there's some geek out there that'll go, no, Pils is way different, but I don't know. It's pretty close.
We'll have to eat some Pilsner malt versus some 2-row.
We can do that.
One day we'll just sit here and eat malt.
That could be one of the Sober October episodes for sure.
Yeah, there we go.
I could order us up a bunch of different malts. It'd be fairly interesting.
And then we'll bake all of them into a granola bar.
I mean, yeah, we could. We could do that.
I wonder how many granola bars have 2-row in them.
I'm gonna venture to guess it's probably less than we think.
Probably.
But
I mean, I'm sure there's something cheaper that's not used for beer that's used in granola bars.
That's an excellent point. Probably granola.
We're going to make a beer out of granola.
I wonder if that's been done, actually.
Oh, I'm sure someone has tried that.
I'm sure someone's tried it, but I kind of want to try it.
I'm sure it was a complete failure, but
well,
I mean,
you never know. That's the beauty of brewing. You just don't know what's going to be a failure.
We won't know. We'll just do it.
We'll just do it.
It'll be bad.
It doesn't have to be bad.
It'll be bad.
That's fair. Oh, man. All right.
Did I read the last can?
No, I did.
Oh.
Do you want it up on the
I get to read the IPA.
Here's the computer version.
It's too blue. This is Schell's IPA, and it's a very dark blue can, almost black, and there's like a building or something on there. I don't know.
It's their brewery. It's been on every other can that we've had tonight. Except for that one.
Yeah. Okay. I win. This is did you do the never mind.
The Surgeon General's warning? No, I didn't read that.
That's not what I was pointing to, but good call. Yes, you read that right.
Yes, you read that right.
Yes, you read that right. We're not just slaving.
What?
My can's all messed up.
All right.
Give me the computer version.
All right, there you go.
The text is half rubbed off. That's not even close to what's on the can.
All right, hold on. Yes, you read that right. We're not just slaying with lagers. We've got some mad skills with IPAs as well.
See, the bottom of my Y is all messed up. I couldn't tell if it was slaving or slaying.
Oh, Schell's IPA is a hop forward and bursting with tropical fruity aromas. This brew pours a light hazy gold color and has a creamy mouthfeel and low hop bitterness. You have all been asking for it, so here's your IPA.
It is definitely very hazy.
Yeah, it's hazier than I thought it was going to be. 5.8% with 40 IBUs.
Give me a second here.
Oh, that's going to fall in the middle of it.
No, it's not.
Okay.
This is a solid tile.
Solid tile countertop.
No vibration.
Well, it smells good.
I hate to say it. This is my favorite beer by them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And you're not an IPA guy.
It covers up whatever nasty water they use so well.
I'd agree with
I
you.
can just enjoy it as a beer. And it's not a bad IPA. It's good.
It's a good IPA.
Yeah.
Pretty tropical.
It's very light. It has a lot of undertones to it. All the fruitiness to it.
Yeah. It's got just a very, mild bitterness that I actually enjoy, honestly.
I do too.
It's very, I don't know. It
reminds you very subtly that it's an IPA, but it's not like it's trying to beat you over the head with bitterness.
I agree. It is a good beer.
Yeah, I like it better than the lagers.
This is I was pretty surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be this. I almost expected more of a West Coast it's more West Coast than East Coast.
Where are all these guys? Where are they located out of? Can we find that?
The Minnesota, I think it said on the can.
Would it tell by the shop over here?
New Ulm. It's a good question.
Oh, that showed me nothing. Thanks for your shirts.
Maybe go to contact.
I don't know how to use a Mac.
Yeah, Minnesota.
New Ulm.
New Ulm.
Great name.
It's a great town name. That's a very Minnesota town name.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing, New Ulm? We just go to the brewery.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd go to this brewery.
I would too.
Think
they have food?
Well, let's find out.
Road trip.
We're doing it.
Send them a fax.
Visit tap room. Let's see here. Doesn't say they have food.
It looks like they have food. They have all the cool tables. That's a cool
That is a cool picture.
Viking Hall look to it.
Yeah,
that's really neat.
I like the these on the side.
Yeah.
Very oak, very cool. That looks like that. Just the ceiling, when we were at Busch Gardens, kind of like that beer room that we walked into. That was cool. It kind of has that same feel. Honestly, when we went to Busch Gardens and went to the beer room or whatever it was called, I was expecting kind of a wider variety of beer.
See, I was kind of half and half.
Okay.
Half of me thought it was going to be just all domestic you can get anywhere on
Right.
draft. I was going to be ugh. And then the other part of me thought it was just going to be only craft beer which it pretty much was.
Right.
And I was pretty happy about that. Like, at least it wasn't like all the styles I'd really want.
Right.
But at least there was a wide selection.
There was a pretty wide selection. And honestly, if it was just you and I, we probably would have spent a lot more time in there.
Yeah.
It was so hot that day.
Oh, it was like heat index was like 110.
Oh my God. It was so rough. So we did spend a couple trips
I think we
in there.
made like 3 trips in there.
At least 2, probably 3.
I think it was 3.
Yeah. Just to get out of the sun and get something that was like,
Semi-hydrating.
Absolutely. I did get water alongside it because it was so, and I started drinking a lot more water after I cut pop out of my life.
And you have to drink so much more water now?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I feel like garbage if I don't.
Yep.
And so,
I probably drink around, like I'd say I probably average at least like 10 to 12 bottles of water a day.
Oh, I'm probably the same boat. I fill up that Yeti kind of thing that I have. I probably 3 or 4 times a day at least, while I'm at work.
Yeah.
Just because,
See, I find I drink a lot more water when I'm not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
If I was sitting at like a desk doing computer work, I'd be drinking water nonstop because I see it there, I take a sip.
Wow.
Do my thing, see it there, take a sip.
And that's what I do, for my job. So
yeah,
that's a lot of that. And
like if I'm up and doing something and I'm running around, like I'll just dehydrate so fast because I'll just go like 6 hours and be like, I haven't drank anything.
Right. Well, and that's what we ended up being like when, you stand in line for coasters all day.
I mean, you're focused on getting as many rides
Absolutely.
as you can. It's like, I'll hydrate tomorrow.
And I'm proud to say that you and I rode all of them.
Yeah, every single one.
Every single one.
And that's my goal when I go to a new park. I
Absolutely.
Want to hit every single coaster
Every single coaster at least once. And we did some repeats.
Yeah.
Which was fun. That was a good day. That was just a great vacation. It was great to get away a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So good. We had traveled down to the beach and the beach was so hot. So hot.
Yeah, it was so hard to enjoy because
but we did find some good beer down there.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Found some that was pretty disappointing too. Like I really wanted that blackberry IPA to be very good. That sea salt. Yeah, the seawater taffy or whatever it's called, saltwater.
I mean, I was in the same boat with, and I already talked about it on here, but that Brooklyn.
Oh yeah,
stout,
exactly.
I think it was like $26 for that. Like I think it was like a 20-ounce bottle.
I think so.
I was just like, I can't even drink this. I can't even force myself to drink
boozy. So boozy.
Like it wasn't even like, this is just bourbon. Because if it tasted like just bourbon, I would have drank it.
Right. Because you like bourbon. But no, I can't. I can't do it. No. But there was some down there. Like you drank a lot of Mango Cart when we were down there. I was a big fan of that. And that is the same beer that Dad had out in San Francisco when they went out there for a little bit. And he was a fan of. It was good. I don't know. I don't like mango.
Yeah, you're not a mango guy.
Right. I've tried to like mango, but I just don't. It's like salmon. I've tried to like salmon so many times.
Oh, yeah?
I just can't do it. Are you a salmon guy?
I haven't ate a lot of salmon, but when I have it, it's all right.
It's all right. Yeah. No, that's fair. I'm trying to think what else local that we had. We went to Wegmans when we were there, which was so cool because it was like, it was all the beer you could ever imagine.
The thing that blew me away was just the wine section.
Yeah.
Like, it was like walking into a warehouse full of wine.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, that was just to get to the beer section.
Right.
Like, you would have had to get someone with, like, a forklift to get down the wine from the top section.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I don't know enough about wine to know good wine from bad.
What is on the top shelf of wine?
Like, I know Like, some people pay way too
Like
much.
the top shelf was like 35 feet.
Oh, yeah. It was like you couldn't get to it. I think it was to keep, like, white trash like you and I away from it.
I'd be like, trust me, you can't even afford this.
Yeah, it was like, don't even look at it. You'll strain your neck looking at it. Don't even try.
You'll hurt the value of this. Just stay away.
But no, I was that Wegmans was so big it had its own parking garage.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I think it was like an hour away from where we were staying.
Yeah,
but it was like worth the trip.
Oh, yeah.
100%. I forget how much we bought in beer there.
Oh, it was over $100.
Oh, had to be. Had to be.
We had a shopping cart just full of like 4-packs. And,
well, it was stuff we've never seen before.
oh, I know. It was incredible.
It was amazing.
It was just, and like there was like nothing domestic there. It was like all just craft beer.
Absolutely. I think the domestic stuff was probably in a whole nother section.
Right, because you can just put that in like the normal grocery area.
Right. Because us from Pennsylvania, if you're not from Pennsylvania, you probably don't understand that, like, you don't get beer at the grocery store.
No.
If it's at the grocery store.
If you can, the best you can do is like a 6-pack of like
Right.
Miller Lite or something.
Absolutely. And it's in a whole nother section. Like, you have to go to like a
it's its own
cafe,
register.
cafeteria section, Yeah, its own separate register. It's very, very regulated. Which is...
And that's like the new improvement.
Oh, right. And that's within what? The last 10 years?
Yeah, I'd say the last 10 years.
Yeah. I think it's been around. It was around before we were of age, but not long.
Very long before that.
Yeah. So it's within the last 10 years for sure.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy to think about, because you go to another state and you like look around and you're like, oh, you guys don't have to do something weird to get this. This is, beer's treated so differently in Pennsylvania. Alcohol in general is. It's like, so taboo to, get it where you can get other things. And I kind of get it. I kind of get the idea of like, keep kids away from it or whatever. Like, but okay, so I was listening to Two Bears, One Cave, right? And Bert Kreischer was talking about being in Utah, which has way more drastic alcohol laws than here.
Really?
Yeah, and he got kicked out of Buffalo Wild Wings twice for standing and having a beer. You're not allowed to stand and have a beer. You have to sit down and have a beer. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And when he said that, I was thinking about how many times that like you and I stood around a bar because there were no seats.
Yeah.
Or, and to get yelled at for that. Like, I feel like if I was in Utah and somebody said, hey, you can't stand and have a beer, I'd just laugh at them.
Like, yeah, like, what do you mean?
Like, yeah, come on. Like, that's ridiculous. Like,
I'll take my beer home with me.
I'm not one to be a rule follower to begin with. I mean, I am. I mean, you know me. I try to do the right thing. But it gets to a point where I'm like, all right, man, come on. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of crazy. But makes the Pennsylvania laws kind of puts you in perspective a little bit. It's like, okay, we don't have it that bad.
I'm sure there's places with worse laws.
Oh, 100%. I'm sure there's other countries where drinking's illegal,
I think there's several.
I think there are, and it's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, too much of it is obviously an issue, but I think what we do is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, man. Well, hey, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. Do we have more beer?
We don't. We're out. We're out.
Well, no. I see like all these half-empty cups here.
Do you want to do the thing that we talked about?
I do.
All right. Well, I will. All right. So, actually, and the beerists have done this before. It's called the King's Cup, where you mix together all the other beers. And I can tell you, I am not excited about this in the slightest.
Wow, you're dumping all of them in there, like the whole thing.
Well, just enough to to mix it up. Now, that is a lot lighter than I expected that to look. Just looking at it. Now, the head's pretty big on it, so I'm going to let that cool down. You're still mixing, huh?
Yep. I have no idea which beer was which that I mixed. They're all like, look at this. Those are all the beers. They are so close in color. How am I supposed to tell those apart?
Dude, I don't know. I just poured a bunch into one cup.
That's what I did, and look how much darker it is.
It's...
No. You're not doing it right. Here's the original color. Maybe it's not super far off, but like it's definitely darker.
I expected it to be a lot darker. Dude, smell that.
That smells terrible.
Why did we agree to do this? This was your idea.
I know.
But like I said, the beerists have done this, and it's called the King's Cup, and I've watched people drink it, and it looks disgusting. Now, they've drank, like, gozes and goozes and stouts and put them all in the same thing. So it was, like, more...
I can think stouts altogether would go together a lot better.
Oh, 100%. And I'm sure this winter we'll do a stout episode where it's just, all the stouts in the area.
But this just smells terrible.
Here we go. It's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad.
I hate that it's not that bad. Is that going back to our college days when we'd like put a shot of vodka in a bush and call it the Russian forest?
I never did that.
Okay, I did that. But it's like not bad though.
It's really not that bad.
Like I could probably drink this.
Yeah, I'm going to drink this.
Well, okay, there you have it. If you mix all the beers together from Schell's Harvest Brews pack,
yep,
they actually taste all right.
Yeah, don't even try drinking them individually. Just
mix them together.
All 12 cans and just put them in a bowl. Call that Saturday.
Call that Saturday. Oh, man, that's great. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for being here with me. As always, this is so much fun. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. We're probably there. And if we are somewhere, if you are looking for us somewhere that we are not, please reach out to us and we will try and figure out how we can get on there.
Yeah, we'll get to you.
We'll get to you. We're on YouTube as well, so which is a free platform. So yeah. I would imagine they'd be able to listen to us. But if there's a specific service you want to hear us on, let us know.
Yep.
All right. Any final words for them?
No. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Hey, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night.
We'll see you later.
We'll see ya.